If you're a man who has seen YouTube videos where women tell you that everything that's wrong in your marriage is your wife's fault, I completely get why that feels validating. Like, finally, someone sees my pain. A woman is validating my feelings here, and she's basically admitting that women are at fault. I totally get why that feels validating, and the truth is, your feelings are valid. You deserve to feel seen and so loved in your marriage. And after working with couples, women, and men individually for years, I can tell you that there's something these videos aren't telling you. Something that actually helps you feel more respected, loved, and desired in your marriage. I am Lindsay. This is Loving with Intention. Let's dive in because you need to know the whole story in order to have a happier marriage. So when you're feeling unappreciated, disrespected, disconnected, and then you're seeing videos that put everything on your wife and hearing someone say, it's not your fault, that can feel like a breath of fresh air. Like, I knew it. And you might even send your wife these videos, hoping that she can see that her behavior is harmful, which makes all of the sense in the world. You want to feel connected. You want to see things get better. You want to see her change those hurtful behaviors. And here's what those videos aren't telling you. By buying into the myth that it's all her fault, you're actually being robbed of your power. Just consider this for a moment. If everything is your wife's fault, what hope do you have? These feelings of validation that you have are quickly replaced with feeling hopeless when you recognize that you need your wife to change in order for things to get better. And it feels extra hopeless when you send her those videos and she just ends up getting mad at you. So just imagine a quarterback who keeps saying, if my receivers would just catch the damn ball, we would be winning. Sure, the receivers drop passes, but the quarterbacks who actually change the game, they don't just sit back and wait. They ask, what can I do differently? They adjust their timing, their communication, their throws. And it's true, your wife, just like the receiver, she drops the ball. Those videos, they have so much truth in them. Your wife absolutely has unhealthy patterns. She does hurtful things. She does things that you never ever wanted to be part of your marriage. She does things that result in you feeling triggered. And there's more. We all have unhealthy patterns. Every human, not just women. Instead of giving your power away like a quarterback who's waiting for his team to change, here's what you can do that actually works. Start by getting curious about your own patterns, independently from your wife's. It is super common and understandable to say things like, I withdraw and shut down, but only because she's critical. Or I get angry and raise my voice, but only because she pushes my buttons. And it's true, some of these go hand in hand, but again, that's giving your power away to say that she causes your behavior, which feels so crappy in the long run to feel hopeless and have no power. So the good news is that you have choice. You can work on you and you can see the ripple effect in your marriage of doing that. When I work with individual clients whose partners aren't ready to do the work, lots of them are really skeptical, which I totally understand. They're like, how can one person change things for the better? I like to look at your relationship like a dance. You and your wife currently have the same old dance moves day after day. When you change your steps in a positive way, her steps change. She can't keep doing the same old dance because the whole dance has changed. Amazing questions that you can start asking yourself are, how have I been contributing to what hasn't been working? How can I change and grow? How can I help our relationship thrive? This is how one person can create change. The way that I look at it, you absolutely have a choice. You can look at part of the picture and wait for your wife to change, staying stuck in that cycle of disconnection and hopelessness, or you can choose to be open to seeing that there might be more to the story. And then you can empower yourself by focusing on what you can control so that you can start creating real change in your marriage, regardless of what your wife does or doesn't do right now. If the second option sounds appealing and you're tired of the hopeless cycle, you can comment the word roadmap for my free Love Journey Roadmap. It is a free guide that I put together based on the Love Journey process that I use with my clients and in all of my programs. It will give you personalized action steps to really start creating change because it really does start with you. And let me be super clear. If this was your wife sitting here watching right now, I'd be telling her the very same thing. Someone gets to go first in our relationships. It's just easier to tell the person who's watching right now, of course. It only takes one person to get the ball rolling, and thank goodness that we all have unhealthy patterns because those are major growth opportunities. So we want to bring in so much love around these unhealthy patterns that we've learned throughout our lives. And as always, my videos are not for abusive or unsafe relationships. So if you want to go deeper, the video on the screen is where I outline the 4 things that I dove into that completely changed my relationship for the better. These are the key areas for women and men. It perfectly accompanies the free roadmap too. I am sending so much love into your day. Thank you so much for being here. Remember that nothing changes if nothing changes, and you have the power to create change. So let's have a super intentional week. Bye.